You are now enjoying the Omar experience. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the stream. Please remember to like, follow, and subscribe.
Hello everyone, it's me. We're doing new fun stuff today. Working on a new little section of this cut. Oh. And... Oh, Hashi... wait, joined and left.
Time to play the game!
I'm here as well.
Yeah! With Hashi. Yeah, just doing this little piece of tie down here. I've done a bunch of FX work off stream. And now
Is
just
that like
doing...
in the Minecraft Let's Plays when they mine off stream?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
oh, now I've made like a huge, what, like straight down cavern. So yeah, we've got a bunch of smoke effects. Let me put on music actually. 1 second. Let me put on some music for y'all. Yeah, okay. Bunch of smoke effects. Bunch of sparks. Yes, from metal and stuff clashing. Smoke, then other smoke, because you can't have too much smoke, and then a bunch of rocks that fly up and down. What up, Sizwe? What up, Stanford? And yeah,
And I want to
Oh.
give a reminder to the stream. The stream will absolutely have no surf phones in it whatsoever.
Yep. Cause
No,
he's
no surf phone.
cause he's mean. Okay. And yeah, so I'm gonna be animating Naruto today. And then, if I get to it, some Ichigo as well. So it's a bunch of clothing animation again, trying to figure out how things work with the Force. The Force, no.
The Force, yeah.
That's actually how I animate. But yeah, with all this Force going down, it's going to push his cloth upwards. And then... we're going to have to dissipate it out, so as you can see his cloak rises after the hit, and then I'm going to have to let it fall through, so if you look at this end here, it's probably going to go like a... and then like come back down, but also be pushed out with the force of all this dust and stuff, but eventually come to rest. Okay, let's do
Is
it.
this before or after the forced impregnation scene?
Oh, before, because that's why he's got that smile on his face, see?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Why don't you guys
my
lucky?
favorite part is like when you're like drawing off the canvas. I always think that's neat.
Yeah. Well, it's just because I might have to do like camera movement there afterwards. So a lot of this, even though I've got a camera layer up here ready to do camera movement on based on when he's hit and like shake and all that stuff, but I need to do that afterwards.
Yeah.
And then name each frame so that it's easier for other people to follow when they come to clean up.
Wait,
and
stop
color.
at that one right there.
This one?
Yeah, let's name that one Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
Okay.
Yeah, when we come to Jeff, I need Jeff to be them to know this is Jeff and when to do Jeff, even if the camera moves. So like the camera might move to like down here and it's still Jeff frame. So yeah, Jeff's gonna be looked after.
Do you guys do your auras all hand drawn, or do you do like what does, where like you have like the hand drawn one, then you overdo it with CGI?
Hand drawn.
Oh.
Hand drawn, baby.
I kind of like the CGI aura for like UI, but I kind of got tired of it for like Blue and God.
Yeah. It works in certain circumstances for certain things. Like doing that aura for UI would be a pain in the ass to like draw.
Yeah.
Like every time. And keep
But then they also
consistent.
ruin it. Like there's that one scene with like Jiren and Goku where it's just an aura fest. And you can't
Oh,
even
yeah.
See anything. Yeah.
What up, Versa? I started the last Naruto Sasuke, but I haven't gone very far. I could keep you posted on yeah, definitely. Please do. From all the short clips I've seen of this animation, I've never really thought of Naruto as a weapons guy. I always thought he was more of a hand-to-hand fighter. He is, but I wanted to like do something so that he could... because the problem was, if he was fighting without the batons, it was going to be really hard for Ichigo to fight him, because in terms of like, if you're a close-up fighter, hand-to-hand, you're trying to get in, and like if he's like punching and kicking his sword all the time, it's going to make the sword feel a bit weak. There is moments where he is just using his hands, But yeah, we're gonna be this section. He's gonna be using more of the batons because this is still very early on in this part of the fight.
We did a calc for One Punch Man a while ago. There's a scene where Atomic Samurai couldn't kill like a robot, but Genos like crushed it with his like boot, right? Like he was able to, you know. And Genos ended up being like 900 times stronger or something because of it.
Damn, really?
Because if you compare the surface area of a boot to that of a sword, the energy distribution, you know.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, power scaling reasons too. Yay.
Yeah. I would have had like Naruto use like the frog spit on his sword, so his sword is dull now, and then Ichigo has to use it as like a fucking bat. Like he just hits out with like.
Yeah, like to be fair, there is spoilers, a little scene like that where the sword specifically gets attacked by a bunch of random shit that Naruto can do with all his hacks. Because it's weird when you think about Naruto, you don't really think of him as having hacks, but like in his own verse, but outside of his verse. But I mean,
it's because like Kishimoto was like, yeah, we're gonna have him do like a 2-year training arc, and he's not gonna learn a single new jutsu for like no reason.
Like, because what is it? The well, it's just also as well. He doesn't use any of his other hacks like he has from all the other Bijou, like ever. He never uses these batons like ever. Like,
well, he does in a fight, but like he quickly kind of gets rid of like you have to remember like the Naruto we see in the actual ending of a manga is like a character who's like fighting people for like a day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like. Yeah, it's not like comics where like the same like that Naruto, that birthday Naruto with Sage of Six Paths and all the truth seeking orbs and all the Bijou can like pop up a million times.
Yeah, that's true.
That actually is a side to comic book debating that I'm really thankful died, by the way. Like these people who will be like, all right, so Thor can like travel back in time in this issue. But since he's got significantly stronger and he's like a Herald of Thunder Thor, he hasn't done it, so that means he can't do it ever.
I mean, yeah.
It's like, especially because it's like you're not actually showing he can't do it. You're just like making a weird standard of evidence that he can't based on ignorance, right? Like you haven't seen him do it again, therefore he cannot. Like,
yeah, it is just a bit of a shame with that. Oh, 1 second. Versus said just sent it. Check it out when yours free, maybe after stream or something. I will for sure. Oh yeah, I used your red blue line art trick. Hell yeah, nice. God, I love thinking about the force and the invisible / not so invisible wind that's affecting Naruto in this.
The not so invisible wind.
Yeah.
Do you have a scene where one of them just like powers up to a new form and someone's getting like buffeted by the wind, you know?
Yes. Literally, yes.
I like obviously I know this thing's all storyboarded and like it's like almost in concrete, but like it would have been a cool scene like Naruto pops into like sage mode and then like Ichigo's getting buffeted by the wind, so he puts on the hollow mask.
That would be cool. That would have been
like,
cool.
Yeah.
But shame in this like that we can't use the hollow mask. We can only use Horn of Salvation.
Yeah.
Because of the type of Ichigo that it is.
I mean, you could have had Ichigo, use a hollow mask at first, and then like he gets kicked into the Dongai and then comes out.
Yeah. But that would have I feel like that would have been too like death battle-y and like more comp Ichigo rather than where they are now.
Yeah.
Also with these,
I kind of feel like modern death battle is always just trying to like hit these moments that people will clip, but they don't realize that for like years they were the lolcow of the versus community.
Yep. But they still ended up winning, and I hate that.
Yeah. Like when they like got shut down, I was like, good. They've done nothing but like problems for this community at large, right? Like they have actually contributed nothing, right?
Yeah.
And everybody's like, what do you mean, Hashi? I'm like, well, if you think about it, they just kind of say dumb stuff and get views, and then
Yep.
use the money to get animations. Like I
Yep.
don't, they're not contributing anything.
Yep. Which is why a new, better person should arise from the ash.
The death battle model ain't sustainable. It
Nah.
just ain't.
Damn it.
Like this model ain't sustainable either. And you know
No.
damn well.
No,
it ain't.
that's true, but we can dream.
Yeah.
To
I
be
mean,
fair-
I don't like this model because look at like there is a winner. There is a winner. I
Yep.
think there's no controversy there. Someone does win. It's not the friends we made along the way.
Yep.
You know, there is a winner, and since you have decided the winner, there have been multiple times where the meta has shifted and you've had to reconsider it slightly.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
So, like, this ain't sustainable. Period. And
Thing
I
is,
think
I
if you
think
did
it is sustainable if you don't make them animation this long, because that's the problem with this. Like, this is
maybe
30 odd minutes, and it's not with much. Like, it's not with many people pushing it. It's not with much budget. I feel like if you had shorter fights with more budget,
More
more
budget.
people on it, more people pushing it, it would actually be pretty sustainable.
maybe even do like a stop motion.
Oh no, that's so expensive. What?
No, it isn't.
Isn't
You have
it?
a phone?
Oh
No, because like the people on Twitter do amazing things in like a day.
yeah, no, that's true. Oh, you mean like with actual action figures? I thought you meant like make our own models and stuff. And
Oh hell no! Like I guess maybe you might have to like 3D print certain hands or something, but
Yeah.
like that's like nothing new. That like or
Yeah.
like that's nothing new.
to be
Or
fair,
maybe, like-
stop motion could be kind of fun to do for one of them.
Yeah. Anything because like when they were making Batman, the Batman games, they were talking about how because they only have to make the model once, it could be so much more detailed than if it was like a cartoon or something,
Yeah,
where it has to be drawn every frame.
yeah. To be fair, a 3D production of this would be. It wouldn't look very good. It's very hard to get an animation, anime to look good in 3D, but that would be really simple.
There are scenes in Daima that kind of push that uncanny valley of, is this really good 3D or is this just sloppy 2D?
Yeah. I mean, 3D has come a long way. It's just, yeah. But also the control you can get with like the 2D. I don't know.
You might want to storyboard it and then like basically animate it in 3D and then almost trace it.
That would just be I think that would be just too much of an arbitrary extra step, because if you're drawing already, getting the models done, because we did have models for it and it can help, but
Yeah,
it's just better to have like the skill to know how to draw them.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard how like movies use previs nowadays,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be too bad of an idea.
Well, to be fair, our like previs is technically our storyboards. I do make animatics of everything.
Yeah.
Oh, one sec, let me reply to the chat. I remember the first teaser Ichigo had a purple aura around him, which is fine. I always thought it was more blue in my opinion. Yeah, we consulted with Mr. Hansen and stuff to find out what color it should be. And obviously we got Clyde and stuff. I know, I still find Death Battle kind of fun. Yeah, this frame is beautiful, bro. Thank you. Howdy, Alpha. Are the trailer shots the only ones fully rendered? Yes, as of right now. Because compositing takes a while and I need to go back and get a new compositor, have money for them, and also check a bunch of backgrounds and see what the amount is on that, which is something I need to do either this week or next to find out exactly how much needs to be raised so we can do the 5 minutes, because once we're over that 5-minute hump, hopefully it'll get enough eyes on it so that more people help. In your opinion, who was the most interesting world building, Naruto or One Piece? Oh. What up, boys? We got Nate and Surf with us.
You aren't allowed in here.
I beg to differ, Hashi. I don't care whether or not the actual BC is called No Surf Modes Allowed. I am going to join.
Yeah. You tell him, Surf.
I do not care.
I think this is
will
more
join.
of a question for you guys, because I don't know One Piece. The whole
Yeah.
is, in your opinion, who has the more interesting world building, Naruto or One Piece?
Well,
One
the
Piece.
issue like One Piece has is it's kind of like it's almost like Pokemon, right?
Mm.
Where they go island to island or gym to gym, and
Mm.
it's like, well, is Brock just like the designated jobber, right? But then you find out in like what is that Pokemon whatever, where it's the Gen 1 retelling with Red and Mega Charizard X, where it's like actually no, Brock will like depending when you face him, he will take out different Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, okay.
And it's like, all right, so like, what about Doflamingo? Was Doflamingo just that level this whole time, and like Luffy could have steamrolled him? Like, well, he did steamroll him, but you know, like hypothetically, or because like we're told there's like dozens of islands the Straw Hats explicitly will never visit.
Why?
Because there's like a path. The
Okay.
compasses in One Piece aren't normal. Well, they do have normal compasses, but most compasses that you use in the Grand Line in Paradise are not the normal compass.
Okay.
You get on a path, and it points to only the next island.
That's kind of
Asterisk.
interesting.
So
Yeah.
that means there are dozens of islands that the Straw Hats will never go to. And after Wano, the big drama was who's going to which island.
Huh.
Mhm.
And yeah, so it's like there are so many islands that they never visited, will never visit, and the Grand Line is treated like this progressive thing, where as you get deeper into it, it gets harder.
Hmm.
But then that
Mhm.
begs the question of, well, why are people just stuck in these one areas? Why aren't, you know? Like, it gets really weird really fast why people don't, like, wrap back around more often.
Why are they retarded?
Yeah, well, why? Yeah, exactly.
Yep. But no,
One Piece,
One
Piece
Piece
is
has like
eternally a perfect storm. Like, that's just what it
Yeah.
has to be.
yeah. There's in like I think the other problem with Naruto when it comes to its world building is that it has certain concepts introduced but never explored, like with One
Yep.
Piece. And like we get we talk about the other villages, but we barely know anything about them, like
Yep.
at all.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
it's just
Yeah,
like and like with One Piece, it's just like when Watashi said is like, oh, there'll be islands they'll never visit. That's treated as a mystery, not as just lore talked about but never touched again.
Hmm.
Well, it gets to like this level where it's like in One Piece, there's just like an island for everything. Like on God, if you had a broken leg, there's like an island that is perfect for people with broken legs.
Because everyone walks on their hands.
Yeah, or some dumb shit like that, right? And it's like, oh wow, you know, why don't we ever get to the perfect island for a perfect point in time? Why is it always the worst island for the worst point in time?
Hmm.
Right?
And
But
then
in,
there'll
like-
be characters who will just literally create an island because of how powerful their fight was.
Yeah, but in like Naruto, it'll be like, oh yeah, like the Hidden Leaf Village has like dozens of clans that all do their own unique things, and never mind that the Uchiha power cliff everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't talk about that. Don't think about that.
Yeah, it's like we mentioned the Hyuga clan. It's like, oh, it's got some things that that it does better than the Sharingan, but you only get to know about that stuff in part 1, and we briefly barely get into it in part 2.
Yep.
And it's like, and then the last is like, oh wait, the Byakugan can actually become something more powerful. You just gotta steal, but it's basically like the Sharingan,
Yeah.
where you need another eye to insert into your eye sockets, and then you get the fucking chakra mode. So unique, guys.
And then like we never see anything like really unique out of any other village, and it's like, oh wow, you know.
Hmm.
You do this war arc where you set up that we're all going to be allies, and you never do a scene where like two people are explaining how their powers work. Like,
Yeah, that's true. Why don't we get that? I'm so mad at Naruto, man.
well, the war arc ain't good, so that's also another issue.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've let my
Some parts are
prejudice be known, but I love Bleach.
Bleach is very good.
Yeah.
Bleach is very good. The arrow of
just-
big plot is not good though.
Yep.
Let it be known that all sides of the big three have their big strengths, and One Piece just happens to be its world building is immensely huge.
Yep.
and it's really well thought out. Like, yeah, like
One
I
Piece
give
also
we
has
give
the
like we give Oda crap for how he's currently writing One Piece, but he's still managing to make the world building pretty interesting.
Hmm. You know,
One Piece also has the best war arc so far.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to say, and I'm saying this as a meme because I know it's not true, but isn't like the One Piece world the size of a universe?
Yeah.
Oh, shut up,
Yeah,
please.
it gets bigger every time someone asks.
Yeah. True. You asked about the One Piece planet. It gets bigger.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
whenever Naruto says Hokage,
Yeah.
he gets stronger.
So Whitebeard is canonically universal, right?
Yes.
Might as well. But actually, there isn't. Actually, the Uni One Piece
Yeah.
arguments aren't that bad. They're just not canon.
Oh. Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah,
Well,
like there's a movie villain who is Universal Plus, and like Shanks does scale to her. So does
Damn.
Luffy, and like Kaido should too because of like another statement. But like,
Honestly, that I still love that letter One Piece special.
mhm.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was so good.
I was about to start hating on it, but I forgot I was talking to Omar, not Trent, because Trent won't fight back.
The thing is that Hashi, to certain people, is a contrarian.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just a massive.
I'm like Trent Daima is slop, and he's like, it's not that bad. And then like new episode comes out, I'm like, it's slop, isn't it? And he's like, well, I'm like, fight back, damn it.
Do it.
And the only one who kind of fought back recently is Kosu. She's like,
Yeah.
man, Daima is so good, and then Hashi's like, no, it's not.
It
It's
looked
slop.
really boring to me. I mean, apart from like
It
the
is.
new
It's
forums
trash.
thing,
Yes,
but,
feed in.
Yeah.
like that's why I haven't watched any of it, and like I never used to say that about Super or anything like that.
I called this before it came out. Unironically, I can find the DMs where I was DMing like Surfbone or someone. I was like, it's gonna take place between Z and Super. It's gonna cause a ton of issues. And
Really?
it's literally only gonna be like because Toriyama worked on it. Yeah, I called all of it. I was like, it's gonna be like the worst case scenario, but people are gonna love it.
Oh shit. Hashi the Prophet?
I
The
didn't
anime
call
prophet?
Super Saiyan 4 because I didn't think there was a way in hell they were gonna do that.
But you did call the issues, and
Yeah,
that
I
is
was like, Z-
probably one of the biggest they could come up with.
Yep. I even knew there was going to be a canon crisis. I remember. I was like, it's going to cause nothing but issues for Super.
Yep.
I think, like, Super overall is, like, the more interesting story anyways, if you
I
really
agree.
think about it. And, like, Daima kind of ruined itself in the end. It's like, yeah, we're going to give you Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Oh, wait, yeah, but Goku's had Super Saiyan 4 this whole time.
I know, it's so bull.
It's like, why? Like, you could have just had it literally be something Goku just unlocked, and it would have been fine, right? It would have been like, yep, I can only do that in the Demon Realm when I get a magic boost.
Yeah.
But
it's
now
like,
it's
nope.
just like, I have always had it ever since Boo. He's like,
Yep. Yeah, I've just been training a lot, and, I always thought I could do it. And it's like, why? Like, why would you put that in there?
I also am like kind of
it's honestly worse than the idea that everyone's like everyone thought there was going to be like a memory wipe to try to make Daima canon to Super, but
Yeah.
it's like just straight up not canon because he's like, yeah, I just been ever since Boo, I've been trying to train for another transformation. And then you just have fucking the Super manga where Goku goes Super Saiyan 3 against Beerus. He's like, this is my third and final transformation.
Yeah.
There is no other
Yeah.
transformation beyond this point. It's just like,
and then when he
okay,
goes
bud.
God, he explains that's the fourth transformation, too.
yeah, that's
so
the
it's
fourth
like,
one. It's like...
I feel
The
like,
only funny part about that whole explanation was when, like, Vegeta's like, you were hiding Super Saiyan 4 from me, and he's like, well, you were hiding Super Saiyan 3, and he's like, it's not Super Saiyan 3, it's Ultra Vegeta 1.
that's funny.
They're like
That was
implying
funny.
Vegeta's gonna get it, but they're never gonna do a sequel. They're like never touching fucking Daima.
It's just like annoying because like Super Saiyan 4 being canon is cool. Like I like the fact that, but like in this way to ruin the retcon the canon. It just kind of annoys me.
Well, it doesn't make sense in canon now,
Yeah.
because it's like, why does he grow a tail?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Like, in GT, they're like, oh yes, you have to, like, unify your power system, right? You have to, Golden Ozaru and then...
Yeah.
But in Daima, it's just like, no, it looks cool, shut up. But it doesn't look cool because of the fur on the arms.
True. Yeah, I don't know.
And also, like, them all being kids was stupid.
Yeah. But it was kind of cool. I mean, my friends disagree with this, but it was kind of cool to see, like, kid Super Saiyan 4. I don't know.
I don't like it. It was like them, like, before we knew he was gonna, like, before he turned back into adult and went into 4, it, like, ruined everything.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
here's
true.
a new trans-
Listen. It's gonna make for some fire Dokkan art, though.
True!
Yep.
I have been needing a new game to, like, waste all my time on.
I've been wasting my time on an engine sim.
On what?
An
On
engine
an
sim.
engine sim.
What is that?
He's
It's
being
exactly
literal.
what it sounds like.
A car engine sim.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Like, he's, like,
Gosh.
messing with engines. Shit.
I've got a V8 and I've got it firing 16 times, like the
Jesus.
firing order, and it sounds weird.
By the way,
It
please forgive
idles
the
as a
chat. I am
fart.
going to be eating a little bit. What's
The Daima sucks.
Yeah, it is bad.
except for the moments when it's fine, like
Yeah.
when you can just
I am
watch it.
not. I am not putting up with this whole. Oh, it sucks, but we have hype moments. No, fuck hype.
Well,
I wish
guess
Daima
what,
looked like
Hashi? Guess
episode
what,
5 of
Hashi?
Super.
Guess what, Hashi? The
Ultra
fight-
Instinct
when
was
Super
only
Saiyan 4
hype.
was when Super Saiyan 4 was fighting Goma. I liked that stuff.
I liked that shit.
Yeah,
I watched it and I was like, "This is actually slop." Holy shit!
Hey, guess what, Hashi? I don't
What?
care. I'm
Call him
eating it.
objectively wrong, Surf. Do it.
You know what it's like, Hashi. It's
What?
like eating McDonald's. You know it's slop, but I'm eating it anyway because I'm hungry for it.
You gotta tweet that out.
Yeah, true.
Watching
Eating-
Daimos like eating
it's like eating
McDonald's, I know it's slop.
But I'm eating it anyway
I'm gonna post
because
it.
I have a craving.
I'm gonna post
Tweet it.
this in
Yeah.
Omar's fucking stream chat.
Sorry as well. I'm trying.
I'm like, okay, how do I counter what Hashi just said about it being slop? How do I justify it? And I'm like, okay, I got the perfect analogy right.
It's like it is slop, but I like it. I like
I
slop.
get it. I like it's my slop, Hashi. I did you not see the Kamehameha though for the final episode?
I still
That
thought
shit-
it was slop.
Well, that
like,
shit-
I'm not.
No,
Like-
Omar, have you seen it?
I haven't.
Have you seen? It's like
It's what?
it's actually it's beautiful. Like the
Oh.
animation is fucking amazing.
Oh, okay.
It's actually really cool.
I might have to
I
get you to show
want-
me that later.
I want more episodes of Dragon Ball animated poorly.
No,
No,
how
Yes.
dare you? I'm not gonna go with Crimson Chin Super Saiyan 3 ever again.
I want it.
He said, "I
ready to
want
suffer onto
he
them.
said I won. But the thing is, so Hashi was saying to Trent, he's like, he's like, moments like these is when I wish that we actually got those like Goku Sun Wukong form in Daima instead of what we got with Super Saiyan 4, like off branding. And I said, yeah, Hashi, but the only reason why that wouldn't be a good idea is because that gives One Piece fans a chance to be like, oh, look, current One Piece inspired current Dragon Ball. One Piece is peak. Oh my god. Oda's the GOAT. And it's just like, shut up. Shut up.
I mean, Oda is the
Stop
goat.
talking about One Piece.
No,
Just stop
he
talking about
isn't.
One Piece.
Oh my
Just
god.
stop talking about One Piece for a goddamn minute.
Oh,
I mean, that's what I've heard
Oda-
on Twitter.
He's even the best person to write One Piece. Like what?
Actually, I saw how she. When Goku like put that stance where he puts like his fist in his like palm. They're like, dude, like Goku's doing the Luffy pose. It's
Oh
like
my
Luffy
God.
did not invent that pose.
I kind of want to.
What?
I kind of now want to just rage bait on Twitter with like One Piece stuff, not knowing anything about
No.
it.
Hashi, you need to use your influence.
Just post the recent mural, like cave mural that everyone and their mother has been seeing, and be like, peak fiction. Oh my god.
Sir Bunny, tweeting out the slops thing, or aren't you?
Not right now, but I'm going to. Hold on.
Hashi,
Watching.
use your influence on Twitter to post this and make the Dragon Ball fans mad.
I don't have Dragon Ball followers, so.
Yeah, but you have more of a chance to go viral than I do.
Oh, Alpha says, in your opinion, oh no, sorry. Sizwe says, in your opinion, what separates a high-end interpretation from just borderline wank when it comes to scaling characters?
It's really Occam's razor, right? Like a high end is like, all right, well, what if we assume it vaporized instead of pulverized, right? Or what if we assume the mountain is like on the higher end range of how big it could be, right? Wank is like, oh no, that's like that would have destroyed the continent or whatever, or like it like way more assumptions than are ever needed.
Yeah, it's like giving it like more than the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
like you're giving it more credit than it deserves. Like
if you destroyed a mountain, yes, you could have vaporized it. You could have atomized it, right? Like you very well could have. And that mountain could be bigger than Mount Everest, right? Like that is a very real possibility.
But then,
wank
is like saying that mountain was as big as an entire mountain range.
Yeah. Well,
And
actually, it's not
like,
that bad because like a mountain range isn't a defined thing. It's like that mountain is like the size of the moon. You know?
It's the size of the moon. It's you know what? It's the size of the One Piece planet.
So the size of a
the
universe.
highest. Yeah. It's going to take you over a year to climb it.
Yeah, and if you use these calcs of the character being faster than light, that means it's like a light fucking year in diameter.
Because I always assumed like high end of Mank was just like high end was like the general interpretation of what it could be.
No, it comes from like ballpark estimates, right? Like if you're like this mountain was blown up, how was it done, right? And the low end is like you fragmented it or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then the high end is obviously like you atomized it or you reduced it to subquantic foam. And somewhere in there you will usually get what's actually true, right?
Yeah.
But then outside of that you have, well, actually the mountain is like huge. It's like an Elder Scrolls mountain and it's this fundamental fucking ideal of the universe. Like actual just bullshit.
Oh,
Omar, have you seen Redline?
I think I have. No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
It's that, like-
no, I haven't.
It's like that dummy, crazy animated fucking racing movie.
No, I have not.
You have to watch it.
Okay.
Like, by law.
I'll watch it. Sizwe says, when it comes to Dragon Ball fan content, have you guys ever read Dragon Ball Kakume or Dragon Ball New Hope? I think they're pretty good in my opinion.
No, I did read Dragon Ball Multiverse, and I think, and I think it's better than the Super manga.
Alright.
So.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait, is that because you think the Super manga's trash?
Yeah, the Super manga is garbage.
Engine doesn't want to start. Time to go 2,000
the thing is, like, the Kakume's like art style is incredibly good. But I think it's way more brutal than it has to be, and it just seems like way too gruesome for something like Dragon Ball. Like I get that like there's gruesome moments, but it's like subtle. It's not where you literally like Beerus hits Goku with like a ki attack that blows off the skin off his back, and you see all of his muscles.
Oh, Dragon Ball's never been like that.
It's been like
Yeah.
it's not just it's grotesque. Like it's actually just grotesque. Like
Hmm.
you don't need to be that brutal
Hmm.
with it. Like putting a hand through Goku's chest, like that's fine. Like
I want to rant again real fast about
Go for it.
Slopma, if I may.
oh,
People are posting the end
Slopma.
credit scene, and all the weeaboos are coming out of the work being like, "Don't you guys know this isn't an end credit scene era teaser? It's just a joke." But it's like, you're gonna say that unless they pick up on it. Then you're gonna pretend like it was Toriyama's grand master plan.
Hmm.
And that's like the issue with Toriyama dying, right? Is that because he's dead, everybody's gonna treat his stuff way better than they would if he was alive. Like if he was still alive right now and Daima was coming out, it would not be looked at the same way. 100%.
That's true. But it is seemingly like what he wanted to do for GT, because didn't he always say he wished he'd come up with the idea of making Goku a kid, and he thought Super Saiyan 4 was really cool?
I don't know about that, but Daima was made with like I think like the director was like in Toriyama's ear telling him exactly what fans would want. And it was
Oh.
getting like shoehorned in, and that's why we got Super Saiyan 4. That's why there's Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta.
Hmm.
But that's why we're in the demon realm, from what I understand.
Oh. Do the fans actually like the Demon Realm? Every time I've come across it, I'm like, this stuff's boring.
Well, it's because we don't know anything about it. People want to hear about it, right?
Mm.
Like no one likes mysteries, believe it or not. Everybody wants to know.
Oh. Okay, I need to start letting
Like
this...
I kind of have this rant like against like the Warhammer community all the time, but I've never gotten into a fandom and been like, nope, I don't want to know anything. Like
so I'm about to
Me about
tweet this
One
out.
Piece.
watching Dragon Ball Daima is like eating at McDonald's. Everyone knows it's cheap slop, but it's the kind of slop that tastes good and people crave it a lot, so it doesn't matter.
Spitting.
Start, you
did you
piece of
tweet
shit.
it out?
Not yet.
Tweet it now. I'm
I-
telling Trent to check your Twitter.
I know. I'm sending it.
Trying to make sure this cloth movement doesn't look too odd. That's why I keep going back and forth. Gotta make sure it has like some form of rhyme or reason, rather than just random
sure, buddy.
swirls. Listen, don't expose me.
All right, it's out. It's tweeted. Hashi.
All right, I told Trent to go check your Twitter. Your Twitter.
Twitter. And Trent liked it.
You sent me the crying
Liked
emoji.
He liked it immediately. Oh my god, Trent, please retweet that. It would get so many views, please.
Oh, Sizway says, call me crazy, but I think something like Gear Death could have actually worked in, ironically, instead of Gear 5.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm telling
Literally.
dog. That's what I've been
You're about-
saying.
Don't get Hashi started.
Wait, before we get
Don't
started,
get
let me reply to everyone else in chat. Valentin has said, hello from Romania and good luck on the animation. Thank you. How's it going? Will you guys finish it completely? We hope to finish it, well, we will finish it completely. Just depends how much money we get as to how quickly it's done.
Yep.
But yeah, we're trying to do it as fast as possible. Okay, go off, King.
Yeah,
Death.
so Gear 5 eats absolute cock. I think we can all agree to that. It sucks more cock than like Surfbound's mom, right? It is terrible. And Gear Death would have been like such like an odd choice. It would have been really refreshing.
All right, time to be the hater to Serpon's post.
Uh-oh.
Go check.
Why? Yeah, watching One Piece is like eating Arby's. You open up the meat curtains and look, more slaw. Okay, that's a good answer.
Yeah, you can't even be mad about that one, can you?
No.
And watching One Piece is like eating Arby's. You open up the meat curtains and look, more slop. What a shocker!
Dog, they literally make the roast beef out of pink goo. Like,
Valentin asks, how much are you done so far on an estimate? Roughly we're about like 65-ish% done. But in terms of minutes left to animate, there's roughly 1.5 minutes to finish animating for our first 5-minute release, and then for the rest of the 25 to 30 minutes that's left to do, it's about 10-ish minutes.
No way am I gonna have this meme on my computer for a joke.
Mm-hmm. You will get to hear the ASMR eating sounds. Also, if you're willing to share what app am I using for animating, I'm using Adobe Animate.
you remember Adobe Flash? Like when you
Nope.
could play games with it?
Yeah, I do, yeah. Shit
Yeah, I
was
missed
gas.
It was.
Stickman games all the time. Let's go.
It was like it was especially like weird because like you didn't know what like TF2 was free at the time, or like Counter-Strike was free, like or like how you could just like download Doom for free. Like that was esoteric information.
Yeah. The thing is, I didn't really like shooters like that. This whole fight is going to be 25 to 30 minutes. Absolutely. We already have roughly
Every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, they go back to their corner in a cut man, and their coach talk to them. You know,
Alright,
Just gotta give him the old Rasatassum.
Yeah.
Give him the old 1-2. You got this, Naruto.
I guess you could still do that with Zion.
Oh, Hashi was cutting out there.
Yep. He was.
Damn, that is crazy. But yeah, we've got most of it storyboarded.
Wait, yeah, Serpent.
There's only like 2.
Yeah, I
3
see that. Also, Omar, me and Nate have been going through Korra.
Oh yeah, what do you think?
I think a lot of people are being really stupid about it.
Yep.
I think people, I don't know if you've heard that like they've announced like a new series is going to be coming out soon that comes after Korra.
Oh, I didn't. That's cool.
Yeah, and it's basically supposed to follow an Earth avatar,
That's cool.
an
I like
Earth-bending
that.
avatar.
Yeah.
That's effectively trying to, what was it again? It had something to do with Korra, like world-ending shit or something. Nate.
It's not really specific, but apparently she either saved the world from a catastrophe or she caused a catastrophe.
Yeah, we don't exactly know. And essentially, it started this whole wave of people to start talking about Avatar again. And what the things that people immediately started doing was like shitting on Korra.
Yeah, I don't know why they do
Either
that.
saying
Korra's
either
actually
saying
great.
it sucked, or that Korra sucked. And that people were getting on her for like the one thing that happens. Do you remember season 2?
Yeah.
You know when the Unalog takes Rava out of out of Korra.
Yeah, it's a really interesting concept, I thought.
Yes, you know that people are. There was this one guy that said that it was entirely Korra's fault that occurred, and a lot of people agreed with it.
Yeah, no, I was like,
Yes, and I'm just like, the thing was, I initially am like, there's no. I'm like looking at the scene and I'm like, I don't understand how someone could just immediately assume that this is Korra's fault. And then I get the full context of the lead up to that, and I'm even more confused how someone can interpret that. I'm like, it's just like the one guy, the one waterbender that is actively saying, "Yo, you've been being told that you have no like touch with your spiritual side whatsoever, and I'm the one guy that can help you and teach you how to like be in tune with the spirits."
Yeah.
And it's just like, and Korra's like, okay, cool, teach me then. And then Tenzin and like Korra's father are like, no. And she's like, well, why? And they're like, because it's not a good idea. And it's like, well, why? It's like, just no. And it's like, well, what's the counter argument? Why can't Korra train with Unalog? It doesn't make any sense why people are blaming Korra for going with him when he's literally the only person that could teach her that stuff.
She should have listened to her dad and, Tenzin.
Yeah, they didn't have any good
life.
reason. Literally the only the only reason they had any reason to like say like, yeah, don't trust Unalong was just because they knew that he kind of lusted for power, but they had no proof for it, and they had no reason to believe anything else beyond that.
Yeah,
like even Tenzin, even when Korra finds out the truth about Unalog and tells Tenzin, like there's like the whole joke that like Tenzin's like, oh, I knew he was gonna do that the whole time, and later on he's like, man, I knew he was power hungry, but I never could have foreseen this.
Yeah.
Like, and then, but no, it was Korra's fault.
Yeah, because she's the Avatar.
And then it's just like, oh, then leading up to that, she's actively trying to disrupt his plan the whole time, fighting for her life, and it's just like, oh, then Oolong just happens to best her in one of the encounters. Literally was about to like firebend like shot in his face, and then gets like blitzed and gets Rava stripped out of her.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that's just Korra's fault.
Yeah.
Entirely her fault.
Yeah. She shouldn't have lost.
And actually, there was this instance where Nate was talking with this dude that was trying to be like, yeah, it's Korra's fault, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, under that same logic, then it was also, then we should be getting on Aang for leaving the air temples when he was literally told that war was coming to the air temple and that the Fire Nation was going to invade. And he left. It's like, so he basically helped cause the genocide of the air temple nomads. And he's like, no. It's like, that's not even what they say. And it's just like, yes, the air nomads literally tell Aang the day prior, the Fire Nation just took out the Earth Kingdom and they're on our border.
No,
war
that's
might
not.
be
How are you
coming.
getting this wrong?
Okay, what is the exact quote?
They said a war may be upon us. We need you, Aang.
Yeah, war may be upon us. We need you, Aang. And it was just like the Earth Kingdom had just been invaded by them and everything.
Yeah.
And the guy's just like, no. It's like, what was it exactly?
But
I need
Aang
to look
can
at
do
the
no
exact
wrong 'cause
quote.
he's a bald child.
Yes, exactly. Let's see. So, yeah, Nate says, dude, they already invaded the Earth Kingdom by this point. It's precisely why Sozin and Roku fought to begin with. People knew they wanted to expand already, but regardless, he would have had war in the back of his mind. But he still left, and he accepted that he ditched them. And then the dudes responded to that and said they were encroaching on territory. That is not the same thing as all-out war.
Oh
Either
my
way,
God.
not Aang is not at fault. And it's just
No.
like, what?
No, that
What?
guy's a dick rider.
Dick right?
Also, sorry, to interrupt. Valentin says, I don't know if you guys get this a lot, but I want to thank you all for all of your efforts as huge and as small as it is. I'm mainly a Bleach fan, but personally I don't care for the outcome of the battle as long as your vision comes to life exactly how you want it. Thank you. Excalibur, dang, I missed the whole stream. No, you didn't. You still got us for a little bit. Sizway says, the thing I like from Korra's personality and how different she is from Aang, but really hate the dumb decisions she makes sometimes. I agree.
Yeah.
Then Valentin says, are you also allowed to show us any cool preview of something finished or remotely finished? Maybe some cool shots you personally like doing with this whole project. I would, but I've shown a bunch on a bunch of other streams, so if you want to check back in all the streams, they're all on here. You can have a look.
Wow.
And if you want to see more, you can go to our Patreon, which is in the description. And you'll see get access to all the little previews and things we finished, which are pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah, no, Korra does make some very impulsive decisions at towards the beginning of the story, and that is like, I don't like that either. She does have like a different upbringing than Aang does, and has like different motivations. I do think she was kind of a dickhead for trying to hit on somebody who's actively in a relationship, and she knows that he was, and kissed him anyway, and was like, I love you.
Shoot your shot, girl. I actually
I would be
disagree
more
with that.
mad at that if they weren't fucking teenagers or young adults. That shit happens all the time. Like, what? Bro.
Wait, why would you be less annoyed at it if they weren't that?
No, because if they were like fucking like 25 or something, it's like, alright, you know by that point. But like, Korra was literally 17 when she did. And she had been sheltered her entire life. She didn't know fucking anything about anything. Like,
yeah, but
literally.
isn't that more reason for her to like think that she's in love and say that stuff and make those mistakes?
I'm saying her like trying to get with someone who's with someone else. She just didn't like really know any better because she didn't fucking know about anything. She was sheltered.
Yeah,
her entire life. Like,
yeah.
It's just like, I can kind of excuse it with that, but it's still kind of a dick move. And she knows them too. It's like, you know they're dating and you know them too. It's like, why would you actively do that to somebody?
Is it
and
a
like
dick move,
and she's done that multiple times.
Wait, when did she do it multiple times? What?
With the same dude.
She did? I don't remember that.
Yes.
Listen, that second time he was fucking, or she was fucking.
No.
Well,
no, Mako was kind of also just being weird about it because he was dating Asami, but was like trying to hit on Korra while being in a relationship, and Asami was right there.
Yeah.
And Asami's like, man, you guys are like kind of doing this thing, and they're just like, we're being paranoid. It's like, no, she's not. You chose actively to sit right next to her and close to her in the back of the car, and you put your arm around her. What is she supposed to interpret based off of that? You're not just good friends. You know what that's like? That's like when you're saying like, oh, look at my best friend play with my boyfriend and they're wrestling in the back. It's like, you know, everyone knows what they're doing. They're fucking. They're fucking behind your back, and they're flaunting it in front of you, and you're just being actually dumb.
No, she just, you never know. By the way, Valentin says, is there a way anyone could help besides the Patreon and giving money? Yes, just spread the word. This is still going on, where they can come watch streams, and yeah, just redirect them to the Patreon if you can. Get some buzz, share some stuff. That would be a great.
Yeah, like more like advertisement of like the fact that this project is still going on, because whenever I make posts about this thing or talk about it openly, people are like, wait, that project's still a thing?
Yep.
People actively still don't know.
Yeah, I still get messages on some of our streams being like, wait, this is still a thing? I didn't know. And I'm like, oh. Yeah?
Trent has DM'd me, and he has said in response to Nate's tweet that Five Guys is a better comparison. Like, yeah, it's fast food slop, but it's the best fast food slop around.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. No, it's not, because fucking Arby's literally is just meat curtains. Like, no.
Right. Sizwe says, why do you think people hate AOT No Requiem so much? I just thought it was fine as a fan project and moved on. I have no idea.
don't.
I've never even heard of it.
I've heard of it, but I've never watched it, so I have no opinions on AOT No Requiem. I think whenever someone tries to actively make a different alteration to what happens within the story, people find that incredibly disrespectful, because especially when they consider it a rewrite of the ending. It's because now you're just opening yourself up to criticism because you're actively proposing a different ending to what we originally got.
For what?
Or it's just another Attack on Titan fan project that I'm assuming is like an alternate ending to what we got in Attack on Titan. Because that's what happened with the other JJK thing, where that guy actively was saying, I want to make a better ending than Gege did, and it was even worse.
How?
You want to know how, Omar?
Yeah.
Because he told an AI to rewrite it and to draw it.
Oh, that's trash. Oh god.
Yes, and it was actively traced throughout most of the thing. The dialogue was terrible, and it somehow made people more appreciative of the actual ending because it was that terrible.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Valentin says, thank you for answering my questions. I'll make sure to share this around with my friends and join in with you guys and drawing/animating myself as well. Hell yeah. Thank you. I wish you good luck moving forwards, and hopefully you will have a good time while at it as well. We will. Thank you. Insert Jujutsu no Kaisen meme, says Versa.
That's literally the AI swap. Like everyone was like, dude, like this guy was like hyping himself up, saying like, oh, it's gonna be a much better ending, guys. It's gonna have such great art, and it just ended up being traced AI generated slop.
Man.
And not the good slop either. It's just like undercooked. You're about to get sick and you got food poisoning and you're now in the hospital for a few days. It's just that
Anytime,
bad.
like,
Hashi, what are you eating?
I mean, cheese curls.
Yeah, you're just like in the back, just like shuffling through your bag. Like,
You know what? No, we're gonna eat one ASMR. All right.
Yeah, damn right. Oh.
No.
Oh.
No. There's a stream going on.
Oh god. Just lose all view. We lost a viewer.
See, Surfbound,
One
that's what you
stayed.
caused.
What I caused? That was my fault?
Yeah, it's all
No.
your fault, and I want everything about this stream off
Off
the internet.
Man, one day, Hashi, we will have Omar watch through the entire Chris Chan documentary.
Oh god, I don't know if I can.
Eight part, 40-minute per episode. You will watch it all, Omar, and it's still ongoing.
Oh god. Oh yeah. Oh god, I forgot.
Gino Samuel took a hiatus at the prison arc.
Yes,
He hasn't gotten to the pregnancy scare arc yet either.
Oh my god.
That's what the lawnmower
Mm.
is.
Yeah, you liking these names, Omar?
No. I do not like these names.
Oh, speaking of that, actually, Markiplier recently made a video where he had where it was like some horror game, and he titled it, I will rename the title of this video to the top comment.
Okay.
And the top comment was Markiplier pregnancy revealed.
That's funny.
and then the next day he changes it to never mind, I ain't posting that.
That's funny. Why do that
Yeah.
to Omar? True. Yeah, why do that to me? I think that was about the crisp ASMR.
Either that, or he was talking about the
Chris Chan thing,
Chan
yeah.
documentary. Look, Hachi like barely got Noodles into what's his name? What's that like? Hachi, who is it?
You talking about Cyrax?
Yeah, Cyrax.
Yes, Cyrax is a horror cow. Do not look into him unless you're like for sure. Because warning to anybody, you stare too long into the vortex, it stares back.
I remember getting into a debate with someone how real-world physics don't dictate how strong characters are in fiction. He flat out said, "I don't care. I don't believe it." Oh.
That's a concession.
Yep.
By a burden of rejoinder, yeah.
Just
It's actually technically a forfeit, but like it depending on like the crowd you're in, it's basically the same shit. Because like if you aren't contesting it anymore, you know, your premise kind of goes out the window. But at the same time, you could like axiomatically prove your point and forfeit, and they'll technically be correct.
you should just DM that friend and be like, "By the way, remember that debate?" and be like, "Concession accepted."
No, tag me in. Tag me in. I got it.
Tag me in. No, he was like actively like telling these guys that were talking to these like Warframe like wankers or whatever on TikTok, and Hashi's like, give them to me. Send them here. I will beat them all. And they haven't joined, from what I can tell.
No. We did find old messages of Surfbone being racist, though.
Hell yeah! My favorite
you
content.
did not. No, you did not. No, you did not. Chat, you did not hear that. I'm not racist whatsoever. I've always been the goodest person.
Wait, why does that make it sound like it's more real?
It's never happened. Ever.
It's alright, as the Omni race, I pardon all.
The Omni race.
I pardon all what is it, transgressions against races that he's done. Excalibur said, not a great response from them. Real world physics do affect the scale of fiction, though they just aren't limited by it. True. AlphaGator said, here what?
Excalibur still hasn't watched my video.
Excalibur, you watch it after the stream. I was going to say right now, but all of you should watch Hashi's new video.
Yep.
You posted it today? You said today earlier, yeah?
Yeah, like I post my videos late at night America time, so it's early in the morning British people time.
Yeah.
Because that's where like the Warhammer people are, isn't the UK.
Trent asked a good question. When was the last time you've seen people like an anime/manga ending? I feel like for the past 5 years, it's been nothing but hating.
True.
I mean, yeah, I just don't think mangakas have been learning how to properly end a story on a good note. It's just like, it's either rushed or just it was leading up to it being bad.
Yeah.
Like, especially with Daima, it's just like people are like already theorizing on how like they could possibly make it so that Daima somehow is canon to Super, and everyone's like, "Oh, they're all gonna get mind wiped." And it just ended up being worse.
Yeah,
it ended up being worse.
Oh wait,
I don't know how he made it.
What was it? Wait, I don't know how it ended. Can we have spoilers on this? Oh, okay, everyone, don't listen for like 5 minutes. No, 3 minutes.
Well, we kind of already talked about it. It was just Goku always had Super Saiyan 4 out after Buu, and that he still has it.
What?
And yeah, we don't get the whole Shin and Kibito don't refuse.
What?
So it doesn't.
Yeah, they don't.
So it doesn't. So it actively contradicts what happens in Super.
Oh my god.
And it always was really funny because there was a scene in with the Supreme Kai in the manga where he's just like, wait, you're telling me that them being inside of Buu, like the reason why they defused inside of Buu was because of the time limit, not because of Buu? I didn't know that. I didn't know that was possible.
Like, that just ruins it. Like, why have they done that? Like they
Like,
just
they
ruined so
actively-
much of their canon. What?
It like people
It's
like
just-
to
it's
play
like-
this game, and this is especially prominent with like the weeaboos, like the really bad weeaboos, like any opinion you have is worse than a Japanese speaker's opinion, like independent of evidence.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, canon doesn't exist in Japan, and everybody points out that yes, it does. You're a liar. You know. It's like they genuinely believe that like whenever like Toriyama was writing like Super or Daima or whatever, he just doesn't care what came before it. He'll just write literally whatever.
Hmm.
And they're like there's this idea that like you're supposed to not contradict things and things are supposed to flow, which is completely foreign to the Japanese.
I feel like that's no.
Well, obviously it's stupid, right? But that's like the weeaboo brain, right?
I just saw on Twitter the other
that
day.
Six
50 Saiyans
actively
fierce-
said.
Oh, go on.
Six
you go.
actively said that on Twitter. By the way, Hashi. He actually said that. He said that to Afu Senju about the whole, because he's like, man, he's like, that ending was just like a Dragon Ball Super plot of hell. And then
Yep.
he's like, well, Japanese people don't really use the word canon.
Sandman's
For some of
talked
it.
about it before. They do. They literally talk about it all the time.
Yep.
Sizwe says, I just saw on Twitter the other day 50 Saiyans vs 50 Viltrumites, and I have to wonder how strong do deep Dragon Ball fans think the average Saiyan is.
Oh, like omnipotent. They think like that. Like most Dragon Ball fans think that like Dragon Ball is like the final boss of fiction. Because you know, like a big boom.
But
I think
also,
what
if
people
in
are
those
also
50
arguing
are
about-
Goku
Yeah.
and Vegeta, I think they still win, don't they?
No,
that's
Goku and
the-
Vegeta. High key, depending on how you argue speed, Goku and Vegeta might get blitzed.
Really?
might.
Well, firstly, they would, but, Surfbone, Great April Fool's video.
I don't know.
It's just like, it's just the title of it is "Can They Beat Goku?" though, and it's just like 100 like people listed from like the most believable to like the last one being like the most outrageous bullshit. And it's just that. It's no scaling whatsoever. It's just you listing off the names.
That'd be funny. No, I want to see one
What?
with the scaling though. Like,
What I was gonna talk about is that there are calcs for like Invincible that do get like Thrag in them really fast. So it's like
Yeah, it's made
That's
by
true.
me.
Also,
so.
oh,
Yeah.
never mind. Oh, I thought you were going to continue from there.
Oh yeah, I was.
Yep.
I was gonna say yeah. The issue is that Dragon Ball like they get blitzed in one shot because their durability is lowered.
hmm.
You know.
Either that or like depending on who they fight, they might just get thrown into space.
space.
Yeah. They might destroy the
Um,
planet too. Like that that is something they can do if there's enough of them.
Okay, I was gonna finish this frame, but I've gone a little over. Just so you can see what we've done some of this stream. It's just a lot of this cloak movement. It takes a while because it's trying to figure out how the forces will act on it and stuff, but we'll get to it next time, and hopefully you'll see more of this next time. Or you won't, and you'll see the next later part. Either way,
Next time on Omar Ball Z.
yeah, I'm gonna ballsy it up. Okay. Love you all. Thank you for joining
Yeah,
us.
that was pretty ballsy of you.
Yeah, hell yeah. And yeah, see you next month. Love you. Bye bye.